Hey guys, so today we are going to continue with two-step equations, but we're going to set up word problems. Kind of like we did on Thursday with the Mrs. Guzman and setting up an equation that way. So let's get started. There are a couple of things I want to go over before we actually do a problem, and that would be the process I want you to use. So remember, we're going to define our variable. That means you are going to put x equals, and you're going to write a description of what x equals to. So a lot of the time it's whatever they're asking you to find. If it's asking you to find how many people, x is the number of people. It's asking how many hours, x is the number of hours. If it's asking you how much money, x is equal to the amount of money. Okay, so that's how you get your x. Then you're going to set up your equation. And remember, our equation is always in this, ax plus b equals c, where a, you're looking for what number goes with the x. C is always going to be your total. This is always going to be your total. And then you're going to solve it by showing your work. And that's it. That's all we're going to do today. All right, so here's our first example. We have a farmer's market. It costs $10 to rent a stand and $7 for every hour. If you're paid a total of $59, how many hours? So right there, that is your key. It's asking you for the number of hours, so x equals the number of hours. Okay, now we want to put it in this form, ax plus b equals c. So which one goes with x? Well, if x is the number of hours, which one goes with hours? Well, it would be 7. And then remember, we talked a little bit on Thursday, the word per, every, each. You're looking for a number with those words, okay? That's what you're looking for, and then that's the number that's going to be with the variable, okay? So since x is the number of hours and it's $7 for every hour, you're going to put 7x. Then the next one I would look for is your total. Well, what's your total? Your total is 59. And then your answer is 10. So problems are going to pop up for you to solve throughout this lesson. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Did you solve these problems? So you should be solving them as we go through on notebook paper and then answer the question when it pops up. But we're going to do this first one together, or I'm going to do it for you. So remember, just to refresh your memory, we have to show our work. So if I ask you, what do you do to both? How do you get rid of addition? You say subtraction. I need to see subtraction to both sides. So you are going to put minus 10, minus 10. If it helps, box this in, draw your line down. So we never, ever do anything with this 59. We never add the opposite or multiply, nothing. It's this number then. That's outside the box. So we subtract. We get 7x equals 49. And then I say, well, what gets rid of multiplying? And you say dividing. You better show dividing. And Mr. Dibbs, remember, we're no longer using that number or that sign. So x equals 7. And then you have to label. How do you know what your label is? Well, you already told me x is the number of hours, so we're going to put hours. Okay? That's all it is, guys. Let's go ahead and try the next one. A cookie jar. Let me get rid of all of it. Oh, let me get rid of this. That's going to annoy me there. Okay. So we got a cookie jar. Starts off with 32 cookies in it. There are 2 cookies per day eaten. After how many days are there 14 cookies? So to define our variable, what are they asking us to find? So many times I have people go, number of cookies. No. What does it say right here? After how many days? So it's the number of days. Now here's where it gets tricky, okay? Our problem has to represent this. Our equation has to represent this problem. So at the end, how many cookies are left? 14. That's our end. Now, which one goes with x, well, we have 2 cookies per day. So we know 2 goes with x, but now listen. What's being happened to the number of cookies? They're being eaten. They're going away. They're going down. And it's starting off with 32. So our equation is 32 minus 2x. Do you see how it represents the problem? 32 cookies, 2 were eaten a day. That means taken away equals 14. So sometimes it's going to be adding, sometimes it's going to be subtracting, okay? So now what we need to do is solve this. And remember, this is the one of the times we have to do LCO, all right? Anytime that follows a minus sign, we always want a plus sign in front of the variable, always. So you're going to go ahead and do 32 plus a negative 2x equals 14. So go ahead, a problem should pop up that you are going to, so you can solve it. All right. Your answer you should have picked right now is what? Why can't I find this lesson here? Well, you're going to subtract 32, and you're left with negative 2x equals what? Negative 18, right? Negative 18. And then, well, that's weird. You can't have negative cookies. Well, when I divide by a negative divided by a negative is a positive. And then if you're unsure, you can always check it. Remember our checks? So I'm going to check it here. I'm going to do 32 minus 2 times 9. So I get 32 minus 18. And when I check that, yes, I get 14. Don't forget about those checks, okay? All right, here we go. Next problem. Ugh. Phil wants to buy a new car that costs $10,000. That's pretty cheap for a car, guys. New car, I should say. If he has $2,500 now, and he's going to save $500 a month, how many months will it take him to have enough cars? Or to have enough money for the car? All right, so multiple choice should have popped up, and it should be your equation. We know this is well, we're going to let x equal the number of months. Okay, and we know that what goes with months? 500, so it's going to be 500x. Now, he already has $2,500. Well, those are some big numbers there, guys. All right, so go ahead and solve that problem. And you should have gotten a final answer of x equals 15. Oh, no, not dollars. 15 months. Good. You were supposed to subtract 2,500 and divide by 500. All right, last one, guys. Last one. All right, so we got a company. Charges $2 a balloon in each arrangement and a delivery fee of $3. If you have $33, how many balloons can you get delivered? What are we going to let x equal? If I can find my writing tool. Yes, x equals how many? Number of balloons. All right, so now you have to set up an equation. And that equation should be 2x plus 3 equals 33. All right, so the last thing you're going to do is solve that problem. And then you are going to go on and you have a homework assignment. Let me show that to you. Let me bring it up. Oh my goodness, it's slow. Come on. I'm recording here. Come on, come on, come on. All right, here we go. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Define, set up an equation, solve it, and label. All right. So all of these are pretty easy. I'm looking through. Yeah, you shouldn't have any problem with this. And okay, what's today? Today is Monday. So please submit this in Schoology tomorrow by 8 a.m. Come on, guys. 4 problems. You can do it. You can do it. All right. Thanks.